Tonight's class is about closing the deal. Closing a deal means you have gotten the payment. That kind of a thing is kind of difficult. And in tonight's class, we're going to actually talk about how to ask for money because asking for money can be quite challenging for quite a lot of people. And I think that tonight we're going to try and clarify that and get it fixed. You won't just be learning. I want you to very specifically go out there and actually I want you to try it and experience it how it really is. I'm going to put you guys in scenarios wherein you'll have to talk, you'll have to communicate with each other, and like not with each other, technically me, and you'll have to close a deal. You have to try and ask for money. So I'm going to put the scenario quite simple. The simple scenario is you have to everything is done. It's sold. I am your customer. I'm completely sold what you're trying to sell. Okay, it could be anything. It could be let's make it a car. Okay, you are trying like Tesla has come to India. You're working with Tesla. I want to buy a Tesla, and I'm completely convinced that yeah, it's a good car. Everything is good about that and everything. Now it comes to actually closing the deal. So let's see what all things can you guys come up with. How creative can you be? But Far, do you want to try it out?
I would like to try. So same situation, right?
Hmm?
Hello, Mr. Doval. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
If I'm not wrong, you have selected the Model X, right?
Yeah.
So which color did you like? Because if you remember.
I like the white color.
Okay, that's nice. Because actually that is the highest rated in the aesthetic magazine which was released last month. So that is a very good choice. So if you are comfortable, then let's sit and discuss about the finances, because we have couple of options on how to proceed with.
Sure.
So so currently we have only 200 models across the country in India shipping in, and you have to book those in advance. You will have to proceed, like we have to proceed with some kind of down payment. So I want to know about your initial plan. Like, are you looking for a car loan, or you are going to finance from your own side?
Yeah, I think I'll make a part payment and the rest I'd like to finance. So do an EMI or something.
Okay, so we have our in-house EMI options, which are directly in partnership with the Teslas, so that they will be able to help you. So I will just forward your number to them. Are you
Yeah.
okay with it?
Yeah, absolutely. I hope I won't be
So
getting a lot of calls.
no, you won't be getting a lot of calls. You can also mention the time and the day which you are comfortable with those calls. We have a really smooth processing with each and everything. It's like, this is the easiest part. You have already done the hardest part, which was selecting the car. Now this is the easiest part. So you are planning to do part payment, which is like you will proceed with some kind of down payment, then you will look into the car loans and everything, right?
Yeah.
So right now on the price of the car, we are taking 10% down payment to book it in advance, so that it is brought directly to this showroom. Like when it is brought to India, it is directly brought to this. So the cost comes to 50,000. It is a down payment. You will get the billing and
Maybe 5
everything.
lakhs.
Sorry,
Okay, fine. Okay.
50,000 is which is a 10%.
Maybe 5 lakhs.
Sorry, 5%. 50,000 is like which is 5% of the car
Mhm.
total amount, which is the which we have to do, so that when the car is brought to India, we directly bring it to the showroom.
Mhm.
And we keep it here till all the other processes are completed.
Okay, I'm going to stop
So
you. So the thing is, Fahad, you're doing well in terms of communicating, in terms of giving the idea. You're just taking it a little. The problem is you're just stretching it a little bit. See, the thing is, usually people who want to buy Teslas won't have enough time. So, for example, they're going to come, they're going to keep it here. Those conversations can be skipped. It's not something which is going to link it or make any impact for me to actually pay the booking amount. I like the fact that, by the way, 5% of 50 lakhs would become something like 2.5 lakhs. So that's one. And secondly, it's like this. So when you're trying to talk about these things, you need to try and get to the point really fast, because people don't have that much of time. You have to be very, very clever, very fast about it, and understand what they want and understand the need that there's an urgency, and in order to create that, your voice needs to kind of reflect that too. So you all calm, relax, and it's not like it's wrong. I'm just trying to make it better. Like, how can you make it even better? So, for example, you're saying things like, okay, so this is something that you can do, and then something they can do, etc., etc., etc. Try having a bit of emotion in that and be like, oh, so you like white color car, right? Okay, perfect, fantastic choice. So one thing is that if you reflect a smile while you're talking, it shows that you're equally enthusiastic. And seeing you enthusiastic, I want to actually buy it. That's number one thing. Secondly, just don't drag along here and there. It needs to be something wherein you say a thing and it's directly to the point. 5% down payment is what's required. This is the basic booking amount, and that too will get refunded once your thing is done. You didn't come to that point. Usually these booking amounts are refunded or they're adjusted to the car price. So just talk about that and just be like, and give me a reason why I need to pay right now, because all the other things are not important. The important factor is, and I know it in my head, that you want that booking amount and you have to justify it. Why should I pay that booking amount? So that is the one part that is there. Anyone wants to try it out, that actually anyone, kya bolunga, koi apne aap haath to khada nahi karte. But okay, I'm going to try it out with someone. I'm going to pick up somebody. That why should you have to justify it? Why should I pay the booking amount right now? Okay, so let's try that out. Teeth, if he wants to try, you have to make sure that I pay the booking amount.
Okay. So we actually have like discussed everything about your likings or things like that, na?
Yeah, I'm convinced I want the car.
You're convinced. So Kshitij, what are we doing here today? Why are you here today? Can you just elaborate on that?
Okay, that's an open-ended question. Avoid open-ended questions. I'll tell you why. So there's a reason. I know I'm stopping you right away. Avoid open-ended questions, because when you ask such a generic and open-ended question, you're putting me to a spotlight and making me uncomfortable. When you ask something like, okay, so why do you think we are here today?
Sir, my goal was to make you uncomfortable. My goal was to make you uncomfortable so that I can bring you onto your comfort zone to convince you.
I know, but I'll tell you. So I understand that point too. But in this scenario, I'm already comfortable about everything. I've already been a friendly face who said, yeah, I want to buy it. So when you putting me in a spot, then why are we here? It makes me like, why shouldn't I, like, what? It's going to create that kind of an...
So you can give savage answers. You can give savage answers. I'm open to that.
Okay, all right. Cool. So why are we here? Well, nothing. I want to buy a Tesla here.
Okay. So do you want to buy it like in this week, or it can wait like another 2-3 years?
2-3 years? No, of course not.
So you want to buy it today, like in this week, right?
I like it before Christmas.
So you will like it before Christmas. Yeah. So if that's your end goal, you have to understand that once our booking slots has been filled, you have no other way to book it for the next 3 months. You got that?
Okay.
So what would I do? Like, what do you think I would do if I was on your place?
Okay, I have to help you out there. So one thing is that I know you're using a method of scarcity. Now, this is a method of scarcity you're using, that you have no other option. But what you're doing here is, while you're doing that, you're making me feel like you have no other option. I am the one in charge. Without me, you cannot get the... Like, this is the kind of impression it's giving me.
Yeah. So
So that makes me go like, okay, like it hurts my ego to an extent, you know? It's like that.
You have to hard them sometimes.
Instead, I'll tell you what is the right approach in this case. So rather using the scarcity approach wherein you are the boss, it should, and I know that you want the power, but this is too on my face that you want the power. And obviously it hurts my ego then. The better version of this is like you need to make me believe that I'm the one in power, but actually you are in power. You know
So
what
what do you think I would do if I was on your place?
Yeah, that is also one thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
So
what do you think I would do if you were on my
I
place? I
know
would be like,
your
okay,
answer
what,
would
like,
be
what am I
some.
supposed to say?
Then I would go around like I would let you think first, like 2, 3, like 3, 4 seconds or even 5 seconds. Then I would go, Chalo, you don't have to answer that. Just tell me something like, what do you need to do right now? What do you think?
Yeah, so I'll tell you. So a better approach to that, which would work out more in your favor, would be make me feel like you are on my side. So the approach here is that you
Okay.
have to make me believe that you are on my side against the company. Okay. So something like you're on my side. You're going to tell me that try making it something like not against the company, but it's something like this. So don't worry. Okay, it's a matter of booking. You want it early. I'll make sure. However it happens, you get it faster. You could ask questions like, why do you want it before Christmas? That's actually a better one. So I said I want it before Christmas. Ask me why do you want it before Christmas? Is there a special occasion, sir? Something? You know, you're making
Yeah.
a conversation. You're winning my trust because I'm going to talk more now. When you ask something like this, I'm going to be like, yeah, I want it before Christmas because I don't know, I want to surprise my girlfriend. I want to surprise my parents. Anything. I could say anything, right? So then you could be like, oh, that's a cool thing. Okay. Have they ever sat in a Tesla? Now, when you say something like that, have they ever sat in a Tesla? Like suddenly Tesla becomes again up, and I would be like, no, not really. Okay, they would feel like I think they'd be very proud of you. Okay, so let's do this thing. I am like you could then be like, you know, I am a son myself, and you know, I bought my first car this, and I the first thing I did was I took to my dad, and he was very happy. I want that for you as well. So let's try this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some strings, and I'm going to try and make sure that whatever happens, you get it before Christmas. When you say things like that, you know, like we connect. It's like that, you know. You make me feel like we connect. You understand? And when we connect, then for me it is like, okay, you know, it's cool. I've got my guy. You know, I will start feeling that it's okay. I know I'm going to get it. I've got my guy. So that is an approach I would prefer to actually close the deal, because once I get that, just be like, it's okay. You know, do one thing. Then the better version of closing the deal would be, how much can you give right now? How about you sign a check, or if you could transfer just 50 grand, you can pay 4.5 tomorrow or day after or whenever you feel like. How about you put 50 right now? I will at least block it. We are not authorized to do that. I will do something or the other. I'll stall it for another day or two. You figure it out, and you just have to figure out the rest of the money. I'm pretty sure that you know that you'll do it. So don't worry about the money. Keeping the money aside, you like the car, right? I'll be like, yeah. I mean, I like the car. Great, done. So what you've done is that I might be a prospect or not. You've taken some money from me. Now, if I put 50 there, now at home I'll try to figure out, okay, how do I make the other 4.5? Rather than choosing should I or should I not get this Tesla. You know, now I'm more concerned about how to arrange it rather than should I or should I not buy it. But if I go without putting any money, I have no skin in the game. I can anyway back off. But I've put my 50 means I am serious about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You understand the point?
Mm-hmm.
This is an approach which could probably work and make me put some money out there. And this is how you can close a deal. If I put 50 there, okay, that's okay. Booking amount is nothing but a basic formality. But I've put my 50,000 rupees there. Now I have to arrange 4.5 lakhs. And all you have to say, it's perfectly cool. You can arrange it tomorrow, day after, whenever you feel like. Okay, you could call me tomorrow or day after that. There's another person who's paying for 5. So, sir, if possible, can you do it within 24 hours? I've told him that it's going to take a month, and he's asking me to pull some strings. But you know, if you can, please do that. Then you can do it tomorrow. But you've got my 50 now. Got one slot booked tomorrow. If you get another one and you give that to him, that's okay. But you've got my commitment at least. That is very, very important. You've got one. You've got a bird in hand now. Now you do whatever you feel like. That is essentially like when it comes, and like closing methods will change. Like for example, Teeth's method is not wrong, to assert authority. It's not wrong. But in what places? It will be a different kind of a scenario, not selling a car, but something else maybe. Okay. Maybe it's a consulting business. Maybe there it works. Maybe it's something else, wherein it's a do or die situation if I don't get this deal. So he's going to make it like that. Maybe, I don't know, I have to, if I don't consult him, my business is going to go down. If I go down, I mean, it's gone. I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to go bankrupt if not with this person. So that way, if his asserting authority makes sense. But in this, it's a matter of luxury. I want a car. It's a luxury. Yeah, Tesla is a luxury. It's an expensive car. So he cannot use the assertive and the more pressurizing or anything like a powerful, authoritative approach. That won't be right here, at least. Here, a friendly approach would work. An approach wherein he makes me believe that yes, we are friends and it's going to happen. In a scenario like this, the closing ability gets a little easier. I believe that, okay, this guy is my guy and he's going to make it happen. And somehow he's told a story which connected us, and somewhere or the other, I would feel more comfortable around it. You see, there's still a chance that I might be like, yeah, okay, but I'll let you know tomorrow. Maybe I'm not the kind of customer who gives into emotions. Okay, there could be hundreds of scenarios. And that's the reason closing is beautiful, because every time it's a different thing. It's not going to be a simple pattern. A sample pattern may be there, but it's not going to be that simple a pattern. Okay, but the thing is that if you actually try it out and you need to keep practicing it in different scenarios. This was a car example. If the other example is going to be something different, you'd realize that the approach is not going to be exactly the same. You're not going to get the same kind of customer. The approach cannot be same. The product is not the same. The environment may not be same. Hundreds of factors which influence closing, and you have to be very smart. But one thing for sure that you need is my trust, and more power to you by making me talk more. The more you talk, you lose power. The more I talk, you get more data, and now you have hundreds of more approaches to think of, that how can I pull some strings when it comes to me in this case. Okay, so guys, I hope you understood this, right? I mean, do you think that this was a useful tactic? Put a yes if you feel like, okay, it makes sense, like this kind of a tactic, a more a manner wherein you can actually be more, you can win the trust. You can make them feel like, yeah, you can trust on me, don't worry. That approach might work in this. It might work in a lot of different scenarios too. And by the way, I'm pretty sure you have seen this kind of a salesperson somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Did you ever encounter a person like this who made you feel so, like you buddies, your bros for such a long period of time? Did you I've seen these in Chandni Chowk. I'm not joking. I've actually seen such things in Chandni Chowk where they make you believe like, don't worry, madam, hum karenge. I mean, not to me, like my mom, because these kind of things. Yes, I read something like that in this book also, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Yes, encounter. Yeah, you find such people, and it's a really good approach. It's a really interesting approach. You make me, you win my trust. But again, it's a different kind of customer though. This will not be the same kind of customer. You're looking at a very optimistic scenario. I'm the kind of customer who'll give in to emotions. I would, if I'm emotionally connected to you, if you win my trust, I will buy your product. I am that way, by the way. I'm an impulsive buyer too. So, I do that. But some people may not be like that. Some people may be like hardcore practical people. Like everything great, but tell me financials. Tell me how is it a good, why now? Okay, give it time. They're going to be like, okay, I'm a well-read customer. I'll not give into any emotions, and I'm very logical. There are a lot of people like that too. There you use a different approach, which of course, with more closing classes, we're going to cover those things too. There are customers who ask for impossible discount. Yeah, there are going to be such people too. And there's a way to deal with all these kind of people. Sometimes you just have to let some people also go that, okay. Then in this scenario, then give them a scenario, give them a product or something which makes them go like, yeah, just add value. Even if you think that, they are not your customer at all, then just try to add value to them by saying something like, okay, this may not be the best product for you. I would suggest something like this for you in this case. When you do that also now, for some reason I believe in you now, that you did not want to sell your product when I said something like this, and sometimes that works out too. Sometimes that would work out too. So always make sure that you so this is what we say, that one of the highest one of the highest levels of sales, the highest level of sales is educating. When you're educating your prospect, your lead, your customer, trust me, it's a whole different level of sales. You know, the amount of authority you have, the amount of power you have in that conversation, you don't feel like, sir, please, sir. You never feel like that because you're educating. A person who's educating is always going to be on a higher front, and that is going to help you out quite a lot. But in this scenario, with this kind of a customer, it's better that you use something like a method wherein you are being more friendly, you're winning their trust, and you're making them feel like, yeah, I've got this guy with. Okay. All right. So I hope that this session was useful for you. I so wish I had my camera on, my Canon on there, but unfortunately I could not find the cable, so I had to use this webcam mic. So I mean, sorry, webcam, and I don't know how it's gonna come out as a recording, but any which ways, I hope you guys enjoyed the session. I hope it was adding value to you. We'll try to cover more closing scenarios in the future. For now, please go to the Telegram group. I would love for you to share your experience. How was it? Do you think it was useful to you? Can you use such a scenario in the future? Please do put it out there. I love to listen to you. Like, what did you learn and how did you find the session? Take care, guys. Good night. Bye-bye.